Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to our witness for being here today. In the CHIPS and Science Act, Congress directed the Department of Commerce to establish an institute in the Manufacturing USA program that could support the virtualization and automation of maintenance of semiconductor machinery. After a multi-year competitive process, the Department of Commerce established Manufacturing USA Institute called Smart USA in my district in Durham, North Carolina, that focuses on using AI and digital twin technology to improve the semiconductor manufacturing process. This institute attracted over 120 industry and academic partners, boasting industry heavy hitters like NVIDIA and the Semiconductor Industry Association. Last month, the Trump administration canceled this award with the justification that it didn't meet the administration's priorities. So could you help to coordinate? You help to coordinate manufacturing research programs, including the Manufacturing USA Network through the National Science and Technology Council. Given that the AI Action Plan specifically calls for accelerating the integration of AI tools into semiconductor manufacturing, it is hard to see the cancellation of $285 million investment in North Carolina's semiconductor ecosystem as anything but purely a political decision. Why was this award canceled? And is punishing purple states a higher priority than investing in semiconductor jobs and innovation?
Thank you so much for that question. I unfortunately don't know any details relating to that. I very happily will connect with Secretary Lutnick and his team and try to get you an answer.
Okay, well, thank you for that. You certainly understand that time is of the essence when it comes to competing with the Chinese Communist Party. How does canceling hundreds of millions of dollars of investment in semiconductor manufacturing help us compete with China?
Again, I'm not familiar with that particular cancellation, but I will say, in my opinion, there has been no president more committed to driving American leadership in semiconductors than President Trump. I've watched it firsthand as we bring the largest semiconductor fabrication companies in the world into the U.S. to build fabs. We've done tremendous work in being able to create a robust ecosystem here. You may have seen big announcements in New York around large fabrication facilities being set up, and the CHIPS office at the Department of Commerce is humming in order to create an environment where the next great semiconductor technology is developed here in the United States. So I'm proud to work for a president administration that has actually for the first time prioritized semiconductor development in the U.S.
Well, let me just say for the record, North Carolina has over 7,000 people employed in this sector. North Carolina hosts over 110 semiconductor-related companies, and North Carolina exports over $1.2 billion in semiconductor-related products. President Trump's most recent executive order calls on the Secretary of Commerce to consult with you to identify laws that require AI models to alter their truthful outputs. I have several questions for you about this, so I ask that you keep your answers short and concise. What is truthful output, and what is the administration's legal basis for determining the truth?
I think that interpretation, was made by OMB when they attempted to create the guidance relating to implementing that. So I refer you to that memo.
Can you describe your process in determining what the truth is?
Again, I would point you to that memo. I'm not familiar with and don't personally work on procurement guidance to the agencies.
So I'm going to go ahead and ask this last question anyway. When you say truthful output, are you referring to generative AI alone, or what laws around all machine learning models, such as classifiers used to detect breast cancer, also need to be prevented from altering truthful outputs?
Again, I would refer to that memo. I'm not familiar with the details of it.
Mr. Chairman, I'm going to yield back the balance of my time.
The gentleman yields back. We'll hear next from the gentleman from Florida, Mr. Franklin. You're recognized.